I think we're on.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to our channel.
Yes, this is Bill and Melanie, and it's our Fun Adventures with the Reeds channel. And we just wanted to, it's the new start of 2023, and we wanted to kind of just get on here and let everyone know where we're at and what's going on. So we started the channel when I retired from the sheriff's office. That's our very first video is dealing with the retirement from there. And as many of you know, I am a retired law enforcement officer along with a retired U.S. Army veteran. So from there, we decided, let's have some fun. We bought a few years ago some property in Alaska, which we're developing. We've got a couple of cabins on it now.
You've done some land clearing that we can start on the other cabins.
Yep. So we're kind of moving forward to that. We want to at least share some of that with our veteran community and law enforcement community for, kind of a give back thing. Also have some places available for people when they come up to fish that, maybe they can rent and stay in. So that's part of what's going on with why we started the channel and what we want to do. We also do some fun challenges and food testing. Melanie got some snack crates in. We did one video on the snack crate that was out of the UK. We've got another one that we got yesterday out of Belgium. We'll do a short blip on that. It's kind of fun testing the stuff and letting you guys know what we think of them.
Yes, and it gives something for Aria to be a part of if she's here.
She very much likes trying new stuff, and she has an open mind with it. But some of the spicy challenges we do and things like that, she can't do the spicy, but she likes being there and part of it. So you've seen the durian fruit we just did.
Yeah.
She tried that, and I think she ate two different things. One she was okay with, the other two, and that was it for her. So no more on that.
Well, we don't. In Alaska, we have a lot more projects that can be done and developing the property. And here, not so much. So I think that's why we throw in the other things, because he's not there all the time. We're not there all the time. Winter time, at least this year, because our property really isn't accessible with all the snow. Our friend just got back up there who lives down the road, and he said that there was 4 feet of snow.
Yes.
It's a lot of snow to try and drive through.
Yeah, so we were supposed to go up in December and do some stuff there in the cabin December. However, that big, massive storm came in and a couple of days before our flight, and it would have just been a safety issue because with Aria and Melanie, it would have been too difficult and too risky because we would have had to snowshoe a mile and a half into the cabin because the road was it was devastated from the snow amount. So we had to cancel that trip. We will be back up there soon. We've already got our plane tickets and all that stuff, and we'll go up. I plan on staying. She'll come back after 9 days, 10 days with Aria for school. But however, I'll be staying up there, start on some of the projects up there. But this last year, besides the challenges and food tasting and all that stuff, we went over the log cabin, the old log cabin that we restored. We did some of the history and did a couple of videos on some of the improvements on that. Got the sawmill put together and up and running. And there's a kind of a long video in the first one, but the second one's not too long, I don't think. Yeah, put that together and did some land clearing. I built the greenhouse style porch entry, our Arctic entry for the front of the main cabin that we have right now. Did a couple other little projects that are on video that are on the channel. So that's kind of what took place this last year. We're coming into the new year. I just want to let you know that we're going to take the next 2 Saturdays off of posting. Just got to get caught up on a few things around here. I do apologize. Some of my videos are a little bit hard to watch because I'm still learning the editing process. And with the GoPros I'm using, they're good cameras for it. I just don't have a large tripod, so sometimes it's hard for me to set it up and get it at the angle where people can see it. So I cut some of those videos out. But I'm still learning and trying to get better. And if anyone's got any ideas or help, please get on and send me a message and let me know, because it's a learning process and I'm an old guy trying to learn something new. So teaching an old dog new tricks, I guess. But this year I am currently in the process of building a greenhouse here in Washington for my wife before we leave up in Alaska. So I've only got a little bit more time to complete it. That'll be probably a 2 or 3 part video that'll be posted. I've got the first part shot. I just need to get some more editing done. Then we're going to get up to Alaska. We'll do some winter fun activities.
Well, back to the greenhouse. He complains that I'm a hoarder, and one of the things that I like to collect are the old wooden windows. And so I think he posted a photo of the one that he made at our last house that we sold. That I was able to take some of the windows with the help of a friend of ours, Jeff, because he gives them to me. And we just randomly placed them all over to act as walls, and it looked amazing. And so I still have a lot of windows. And this greenhouse is, the last one I really liked. It was beautiful. But I think this one's it's gonna top it. It's larger. It has a better floor. It's gonna have a rain catchment system in it. And I'll be able to use a lot more different size windows and put that in. And then he also, our last one had a screen door on it that I liked, and it was the ones that you could lower the top down and it opened up. But on this one, Jeff has a door, an old wood door that has a bunch of the glass panels in it that we're going to use.
I think it's one single panel.
No, it's not one single. It's
Okay,
multiple. And because some of the windows that we have this time that I didn't have last time have chains on them, so I'll be able to, when we put them in, they'll open up like this. I think I'm going to have them open from the top. So it's going to be amazing. It's going to be, I'm very excited.
So, by the way, if you have any questions, you can type it in the comment section. Since we're live, we can see and try and answer questions now. But so that's kind of the greenhouse build that's going on here right now. Alaska, my first goal is to build, start working on one of the dry cabins. I think I showed a picture of this before. This is basically what the front of it will look like. It's the side of it. So I'll be doing a complete build on that with a bunch of the lumber that I've milled with the sawmill, getting that up and ready. So there's a place for friends and family and guests to come stay at. What's that?
On those?
Yes.
Well, those
They're
are
still guests.
They're rentals.
Yeah, they're still guests. I've got to build a new outhouse. So I'm going to build something a little bit bigger and fancier than what I got. The one I have has no door on it. My brother-in-law built it. He did a fabulous job on it, but
it has a beautiful view.
Yeah, it does have a great view.
It did, because now it's where the garden is.
It's facing where the garden will be. So Anyways, and if we're going to start having more people show up on the property, we kind of need a door on it.
Need some privacy.
So possibly building a chicken coop. I mean, I don't know about y'all, but prices of eggs has gone through the roof. A friend of ours up in Palmer sent us we seen a note on there that eggs were like $2 an egg
Yeah.
in Palmer, Alaska. So
Yep.
that's a little bit ridiculous.
Yes.
So
It
we're
was
gonna
$12 for 6 eggs.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So we're gonna look at building a chicken coop up there. Obviously, we'll be doing some fishing.
Yeah.
Salmon season will be coming around, so I'll get some video on fishing and kind of give you guys a heads up on if you do want to go up into the Kenai area and do some fishing, kind of what it's like and what to expect and how to do it as best as I can. I've had a great mentor, Rick, who's a veteran that comes out. You've seen him on little bits of him on some of the videos.
Him and his wife Pam are amazing.
Yes.
She is quite the canner and just does so much of that stuff. She's posting stuff all the time and it looks delicious.
Yep. So that's kind of what that is going to take place. And hats off to Rick for all the help that he's done over the years. I mean, it's great to have the veteran community kind of stepping up and helping a little bit up there with us.
We were truly blessed in finding wonderful people that became friends and a lot like family that have really helped us out and done things for us up there.
Yep. And fortunately, my friend Dan is picked up and moved out of state. So he's an Air Force veteran and law enforcement veteran that picked up and moved. So he's going to be greatly missed. We still communicate via text message, but he's going to be greatly missed going over and
he's happy happy with the decision that he made and where he's at right now. So that's the most important thing.
And I keep looking down because I got notes on it. Make sure I don't want to miss anything. But we're currently working on a design for some T-shirts and hoodie shirts for something we want to represent our cabins and what we're doing up there. Obviously, we have a kind of a twofold side to the property. We've got Reed's Alaskan Retreat, which is going to be more or less to the rental side for, fishermen and vacationers to come up and just have an off-grid adventure at the cabins and be able to go fishing at the local rivers and stuff like that close by.
And that's to generate the income to help with the property, because we want to try and make it self-sustaining so that long after we're gone, our kids and then their kids are able to benefit from it and use it and it just to hopefully be passed down.
So the other side of the property is what we call the peacemaker side, and that's for the families and the veterans themselves, to include our first responders, such as law enforcement families, to be able to come up and get away into a safe, secure location and reconnect with their families, reconnect with their brothers and sisters in the veteran and law enforcement community. So we're kind of doing that too, and that's something that in all my years, both in the military and on the law enforcement side, there's just too many things that go on that we carry inside of our heads, and it's nice to have someone that you can talk to or at least be around, and you can let your guard down a little bit so you're not worried about the person to the left or the right of you. You have a little bit more comfort there, and so it's easier to relax. And a lot of times the families need that. I mean, it is what it is. But,
right.
So that's part of that. We're also working on some chaga. You want to talk about that?
So chaga is considered the king of mushrooms, It's not really a mushroom though, but it is so full of medicinal properties that I have. Pardon me, I have stuff over here. Let's see, I have to read. It contains many nutrients that can boost your health with plenty of antioxidants, and it has B complex vitamins, vitamin D, potassium, amino acids, fiber, copper, zinc, iron, magnesium. It just goes on. It's great. It's a potent antioxidant, anti-inflammatory. It helps with gut health. It just does many things. So, but there's two different ways that you extract the properties in it, because each way you get different things from it. So you can take it and you chop it up and you put it in alcohol, and it sits for 6 to 8 weeks,
6 to
I
8
think,
weeks.
or longer, I suppose you can. And then you drain it off, and then you can take those bits of chaga that were in there, and then you can boil them out because,
Not
not
boil 'em,
boil,
steep.
steep. You don't want to boil it, steep them out, because it then will take
The water soluble.
the other properties that are not able to be extracted from the alcohol. So then you have two different extracts. And what we've done is, after reading and watching, is you can do what is called a dual extraction. So you're taking both of those and you're combining them so that you're getting everything from it. And that's what this is. And it's really dark. You can add it, you can take it right onto your tongue. We put it in our coffee right now. You can put it anywhere so that you get it. And it's usually about a milliliter, but I don't know if you can see how dark it is after the extraction. So that's what we've done with that. And we have it just as tea too.
Yeah, we have it just as regular tea also. I'll put those chunks that I just showed you, I'll put those in some water and steep it for about 3 hours, and then we'll just drink that with some natural honey, unprocessed honey,
Raw.
and have that, because it's good for your gut health.
It is.
And so we're doing that. And the chaga,
and your immunity, it helps with your immune system.
I'll do a video on that, because we actually picked the chaga on our property.
Mm-hmm.
I've got quite a bit in various spots that I've found, and so when we go back up here in the next couple of weeks, I'll go out and knock down another chunk and video that, so at least you can see what it looks like when it's growing on the tree. I have some photos. I have not posted those yet, but
and from what I've read, the best chaga that you can get is in the farther parts of Canada and Alaska, where you don't have all the populations and the pollutants in the air. And you can't harvest the whole thing off the tree. You have to leave part of it so that it grows more. And it's only on the birch trees. And so, yeah.
Yes. So with that said, we've also get into another project that we've done, and that is a honey garlic extract.
Oh my gosh, I'm really
and it smells wonderful.
So I think what we're trying to do and why we're doing a lot of this stuff is trying to be able to move away from so many pharmaceutical remedies. And everybody with the whole COVID and all of that going around, these are things that have been around for centuries, and people have used them, that have went to the wayside because everything else coming in being
so much easier to get.
Yeah, your doctor's prescribing it. And so this is the honey and garlic. And this is a new one that we've done. This is the first one. We haven't tried it yet, but I had seen a bunch of stuff on it. And if you think about it, we've always known that honey is good for us. I mean, it's great for allergies if you take raw honey within your area. And garlic, my gosh, people say garlic's great for you. And so they combine it. It smells amazing. You can cook with it. You can eat the garlic. And you can just take spoonfuls. I watched a video of a lady, and she had one of these that was 3 years old that she's still taking from and just raves by it. But the garlic honey is, let's see, what does it say? The health benefits are that it boosts and supports your immune system, aids in digestion, it supports healthy blood pressure, which I think that's where the garlic comes in. It achieves and maintains healthy cholesterol levels, fights cold and flu symptoms, and aids in your body's detoxification. So, and it just smells amazing. So we're getting ready to try that.
Yeah. So the bottom line is we're just trying to do things a little bit more healthier for our bodies. We did do the rosehip extract and tea, and it's okay. It's not something that we're particularly fond of.
I mean, I'd like to try it again, but it just.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's a great vitamin C boost, but the flavor's just not, I don't know. It's maybe we need to steep for a little bit longer or extract a
Because
little
it's
bit longer.
high in vitamin C.
Yeah.
High in vitamin C.
So, but my best vitamin C we'll be doing here shortly is when the spruce tips come out. I don't know. You see my little video I had on here previously, the spruce tips. I'm gonna get a bunch of those and vacuum seal them, and so I'm gonna have that because
It's like Christmas in a cup.
Yes, I mean it is phenomenally
so
good. So I'm gonna do that and get some.
And it has to be the new little, like almost fluorescent green buds on the end.
So feel free to send us a message right now. Type in the comment so we know who's watching, because I see that there's a few people watching live right now, but I don't know who it is. So send us a comment.
And some of these things will keep me busy, and I'll video so that he can upload while he's up in Alaska and I'm still here. And the other thing that I'm going to try my hand at, and I'm a little excited. So most people that know us know Bill has had his hand in many, many things. And one of the things that he's done is trap. And so the last couple years, although he's backed off on it, we've been saving up beaver pelts. And if anybody has ever felt a beaver pelt, it is so soft. He had a coat made for me that's beautiful. But I'm going to try making the mittens that you see on a lot of the dog mushers and snowmobile. In the colder regions, they're longer. And so I'm going to try and make those. We've been acquiring the things for me to do it. The what's it called? Sinew. The needles. We have a bunch of pelts. I've got to still get my hands on some leather.
Some basic leather.
The soft leather. And so, yeah, I'll video that because I'm going to try and make some. They look warm. They sell for, gosh, a couple $100.
Yes.
And that's cheap. So I'm going to try and do that.
Well, that's kind of where we're at. It's like I said, it's been a wonderful year so far, getting used to this retirement stuff and things we're doing. Hi, sweetheart. It's my daughter. Emily's watching and asking, that she wants to try the garlic honey. So we'll get you some. We'll let you know how it tastes, or at least we'll tell you how to do it so you can do it yourself, because you'll need to use local honey down there.
Yeah, that's
but
always the best.
It's really easy. So But anyways, yeah, that's kind of where we're at.
So grab the honey. One of the things you have to do with it as it's fermenting is you have to call, or you have to do what they call burping it. And so I don't know if you're going to be able to hear it. We'll put it up there. And when you burp it, the smell is amazing. So. And that was it. And then you tighten it back up. And they say, I guess, oh gosh, when it's ready is when it stops building up that pressure.
Yep.
So
Yeah, reason it's separated in two is we've got a glass weight that's holding some of it down, and after a while it starts coming out. But
Yeah.
we just kind of
Yeah.
changed it around. But it's come along great, and that's all local raw honey, unpasteurized.
yeah,
No additives. If you buy honey in the store, look at the back,
there's
because
a lot of fillers.
there's a lot of them that use high fructose corn syrup in them and different things like that. And there's really no nutritional value to any of that stuff. But if you
Right.
go to like a local farmers group, or what do you call farm stand,
Farmers market.
farmers market, you can get some good stuff that's not pasteurized, still got some of the good benefits for your local area, helps with any asthma stuff that you may have. So that's what we did, is we used some real locally sourced raw honey for this. And
Well, I think what they've said is at least have it in your state, so that those bees are taking from the plants and the flowers that are native to your area, because that's where your allergies and all of that come into play.
Yep.
So. I think that's it.
also this year, God permitting, maybe I'll even get a hunting video in or two. So I should have my residency complete for up there. I do have a wonderful large moose on the property that's just kind of hangs out.
Yeah.
I would like to get up in some of the caribou areas and see what we can do with that. So who knows, we might get some of those videos going too. But
If moose is wonderful. I'm really excited about that. It tastes amazing.
yeah, well, we have a friend that goes up to Canada every year, and for the most part gets a moose, and he's given us a little bit. And that was the first time Melanie's ever had it. Basically, the first time I've had it too, and it's so much better than beef.
And there's no gamey flavor.
Yeah.
It's mild. I mean, it tasted way better than beef does to
Yep.
me.
So, but unless anyone has any comments or questions, I think we've pretty much covered everything. We look forward to being back with you all in a couple of weeks. Like I
Yeah.
said, we'll take the next 2 weeks off of uploading any videos, and then we'll start getting some videos coming on every Saturday like we've been doing.
Yeah.
Got to overcome the hurdle of, thanks, Lorinda. We got to overcome the hurdle of no Wi-Fi up there. So it takes me, if I use my hotspot on my phone, it can take up to 3 hours for me to upload a video from the cabin. So
What was it that Travis was saying?
Starlink's up and running up there. Starlink's up and running up there, but I think it's a $500 or so buy-in, and then it's $100 or so a month to keep it up and going. But
it very well is probably going to be worth it. So it's something we have to research.
correct.
And a well, real quick.
Yeah.
We want this summer, we're going to try and focus on seeing if we can't start putting a well in. I mean, because we need to get that's something that really needs to get done.
Yes, we got an estimate on a well a year and a half ago, and they estimated about $12,000 to put the well in. As you know, we're off grid, so that would be a well that we'd put in that would, you'd have to take the generator and hook up to it to pump out whatever water you need and then go from there. Right now, what I've been doing is I've got a small rain catchment on the main cabin until it freezes, which is frozen right now, that I use for taking showers with and washing clothes or doing dishes. Making coffee because it boils. I mean, you're boiling when you make coffee. I don't run it through a electric percolator. I boil my coffee. So it's okay to drink once you do all that, and it's good, clean water.
But we do,
But as far as drinking wise, it's got to be.
And putting in the cabins and stuff, we have to have a different source of water for up there.
Correct.
So that will definitely be a priority. That we need to try and focus on. So
we're excited. If you're a veteran, reach out and touch bases with us, and I can be more than happy to share some of the things that we have going on up there with you, and where you can go up with your family and some of the sites to see and some of the things to do. I don't necessarily have all the infrastructure yet, but hopefully this summer we will for more people to come up and stay with us and visit and stuff like that.
Well, I want to try and start working on a website. I can't really put it up and running until we have a cabin that reservations can be made. But that's something that I'm going to try and work on this summer and get finished up so that we have that.
Yes. So that's kind of where we're at. We've been on here for 32 minutes. And I think we've kind of covered everything from where we started until what the projects are this next year. You can always reach out and send us a message either through the Peacemakers Facebook page. And that's Peacemakers Alaskan Retreat is our Facebook page for it. You can send me a message on that, or if you have our email, I do have an email link, I believe, in the YouTube description, or you can just send a message on one of our videos. And Lorinda's saying we will definitely visit one day. It is so awesome what you guys are doing for the veteran community. Can't wait to see your videos. Thanks, Lorinda. Just so you know, Lorinda is someone that I served a little bit of time with in the Army Reserves when I went over the reserves. And she's an awesome woman. Just had a beautiful baby.
Very cute.
I kind of kept the picture to myself and didn't show it to Melanie for a short period of time. And then she looked at my phone and seen it. It was an oversight of mine, but my wife wanted me to tell you, Lorinda, that if you ever need a babysitter, just let her know.
I'm here.
So, but yeah, her and her husband, I haven't met her husband yet, but he's a law enforcement guy. And so he's a brother, just like she's a sister. And God bless to both of them for what they are doing and have done for our country and our citizens and everyone else. So
I think that's it.
All right. We are going to end our chat here. God bless to you all.
And hugs.
And we'll see you in a couple of weeks.